Really? Well, I'm live on Twitter for a minute. That's if damn group chat don't wipe me out, because people's already talking in there this morning. But I'm seeing some Fox News polls and other polls that shows Trump's behind. Seen one just a while ago where Trump's supposed to be trailing Biden. I mean, I know everybody is pretty much in disbelief of any poll that comes out, being all the polls were bullshit in 2016. But my honest opinion about these polls that's coming out is bullshit. What they're trying to do is they're trying to sell rigging the election in 2020. Okay? You can't come out, you can't rig an election, you can't steal an election, guys, if you ain't set it up to steal it. If you can't convince the American people that it was an honest election, it's not going to go over. That's the reason you've got all these bullshit polls coming out. And I'm a firm believer in that, because, I mean, you've got to sell this shit to the American people. No sound? Well, I did have sound. This damn group chat went off. I'll stop the damn video. But anyway, I'll just go ahead and go live over here on YouTube. That's all them damn group chats is good for. But anyway, it screwed my video up over there on Twitter. But like I said, I think they're just trying to rig this shit to sell it to the American people. I don't think there's any way in hell Donald Trump would be trailing behind Joe Biden. No, I don't. But like I said, guys, they've got to sell this shit to the American people. Because if they don't sell it and they steal it, well, you're going to have civil unrest. That's the reason they've got to come up with these bullshit fake polls. It's to keep the people at ease. You know? So that's my honest opinion. That's why they're coming out with these skewed polls. Matter of fact, Donald Trump, 6 minutes ago, the whistleblower, got it so wrong that he must come forward. The fake news media knows who he is, but being an arm of the Democrat Party, don't want to reveal him because there would be hell to pay. Reveal the whistleblower and end the impeachment hoax. That's what Trump's saying this morning. Guys, all this bullshit out here is nothing but a smear campaign. It's all it is. It's a smear of Donald Trump. It's a smear him. Then, if they smear him enough, they think that they can pull a rigged-ass election off. I believe that's the reason you're seeing all these polls coming out saying that he was behind Beto O'Rourke, or he would be behind Joe Biden in a head-to-head match. I just don't believe that shit. But don't take the polls too lightly either. I mean, I'm going off what Roger Stone said. You know, people need to take the polls serious. Just because they was wrong in 2016 don't mean they're wrong now. It depends on how you do the polling. But I think a lot of these polls right now is skewed when it shows that Trump would be behind Biden or behind Beto O'Rourke. You know, it's hard to say. But I will say one thing on a lot of these polls, and it depends on who's doing the polling too. If it's an actual credible polling company or if it's just a damn media poll. They're doing polls different now after 2016 because they were all wrong. All the polls was wrong in 2016. And if you're a polling company and this is what you do for a living, well, you're going to go broke because nobody's going to hire you to do polls if you ain't getting the shit right. If all the things you're predicting is all wrong, then you're going to starve to death, basically. So, that's what I got to say about the polls. I think like the Fox News poll, I think is bullshit. I haven't seen any real reputable polling companies coming out polling Trump behind. I've seen all the media news polls coming out saying Trump's behind, even the Fox News polls. So I figure those polls are skewed, just like they were in 2016. Yeah, it's cold this morning. Very cold this morning. But anyway, I figured I'd just drop in there to say that there, guys, because that's kind of what I feel is going on. What I feel is going on is you got the credible news, or the credible polling companies, they're polling accurate because they've got to make a living at polling. I haven't seen Trump behind in any of their polls. But all the media polls, like Fox, CNBC, CBS, all this other shit, their polls are skewed because they're trying to set it up to sell stealing the election to the American people. That's what I see going on right now. And trust me, they're going to try to steal this election coming up. That's the whole damn reason why they're dragging Trump through the mud, is that they've got to sell this shit to the American people. Because really, they don't want a big blow up. They don't. They want what they want, but if it takes a big blow up to get it, well, they'll take that too. But they would rather for it not to be. You know, guys, it don't matter what war that we ever got into or whatever happens in this country, you got to have a majority of the people behind it that supports it. You got to have at least a 60% support rate. Okay? That's the way it is before any of the government pulls the trigger on anything. And that's the same way they're looking at stealing the election. You got to have 60% of the people in belief that it was a fair election. You got to have the majority of people. And that's what they would rather have than not have it. So that's the reason you got all this impeachment procedures and all this other shit going in the Mueller investigation. It's just to try to brainwash the people into thinking, yeah, it was a fair election. Because you'll have all the experts coming out talking about, how the Mueller investigation hurt Donald Trump's popularity, and how all this impeachment process and all the scandals hurt Donald Trump's popularity amongst the independent voters and so forth and so on, to try to sell this shit off to people. Well, guys, I'm going to hop out of here this morning. I just dropped in for a few to kind of toss my thoughts in here. Y'all have a good morning. God bless, and we'll catch y'all later.